Hey there, and welcome to today's class. Today we'll be doing a full body yoga routine just to keep our bodies moving and active and stretch our muscles and tendons where we can. So to begin, we'll start off in a child's pose with our knees as wide as the mat, toes touching together with our hips on our shins, hips on our heels. We're going to sink our chest down, hands out in front of us, laying our forehead down to the mat. And we just lay here for a few breaths just to settle in and prepare for our practice. Take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and letting it out either through the nose or the mouth. Taking another deep breath in and a gentle breath out. We're then going to walk our hands to the left side of the mat. Bring our left hand just outside the mat with our right hand on top of our left. As we feel a nice little lengthening going on in our right ribs. Moving over to the right, with our right hand outside the mat, our left hand on top of our right. You feel a nice juicy stretch going on in the left. Back to center. We're going to push ourselves up onto our hands and our knees for a tabletop position. We're just going to go into some circular motions over our wrists just to get them nice and warmed up. Making the circles as big or as small as you need before changing over in the other direction. Getting as much movement and mobility going on in our hands. Then coming to stillness, we're going to take a breath in, lifting our chin up, dipping our bellies down. And then as we exhale, bring chin to chest, rounding our backs out. Inhale for our cow. And then exhale for our cat. Going through two more rounds at your own pace. Your last one. And coming back into neutral spine. We're going to straighten our right leg out before lifting it up, bringing our leg in line with our spine. And then with our left hand, reaching it out in front of us, making one long line from our fingertips to our toes. Holding it here for an inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to crunch our abs, bringing our elbow towards our knee. Inhale to extend out. And exhale to crunch. And on your next inhale, you're going to extend back out. And you're going to bend your back leg as you reach back with your left hand, grabbing that foot and kicking it back. As we hold here for 2, 3, 4. And then you can release, bring your hand and foot back down. You can move on to the other side. So left leg extending out and lifting up. Before reaching out with your right hand, holding it here for an inhale. And then exhale to crunch. Inhale to open up. Exhale to crunch. And on your next inhale, reaching back with your right hand, grabbing that back foot and taking your foot as far back as you can as you hold here for 2, 3, 4, and then you can release and bring everything back down. Then moving on with our left leg, we're going to kick it up to the side, keeping your leg bent. And then make some nice big circular motions with our knee, giving ourselves a nice little hip massage. And then changing over in the other direction. Before placing your left foot next to your left hand just outside the mat, you can shift your back knee just a little bit back as we come into a lizard pose. And you have some options. You can either stay here lying on your hands, or you can come down to your elbows for a bit of a deeper lizard stretch. You can come back onto your hands, bring your left knee back, and come into a tabletop, and we move on to the other side. So right leg kicking up to the side, making some nice big circular motions with your knee. And then change over in the other direction. Before placing your right foot down, shifting your back knee, you can meet in whichever variation of lizard that you were on in before. Then coming back onto your hands, placing your knees back down. You're just going to gently exhale to lower our chest and chin all the way down to the mat. And laying our forearms out in front of us, coming to meet me in a sphinx pose. As we come in for an inhale. And then on your exhale, placing your hands below your shoulders, lifting your hips up, and coming to meet me in your downward facing dog. In your down dog, you can just start pedaling your dog out, bending one leg at a time, just getting some nice movements and stretches in your back legs. And we're going to start off with our right leg. Taking an inhale and lift it up high, keeping that leg straight for a three-legged dog. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your right foot forward, placing it between your hands. As we lower our back knee, lifting our hands up, coming into a low crescent lunge. And in your low lunge, you're going to take an inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to straighten your front leg, pushing your hips back, come into a half splits, half Hanuman. Hands either by your sides or you can place them behind your back. And then you're going to inhale once more, bending your front leg, coming back into your low lunge. I'm just going to go in this motion back and forth as we exhale for half splits. And inhale for a lunge. Going through 2 more rounds at your own pace. And your last round. And when you're in your low lunge, you can bring your hands down to frame your front foot. I'm just going to heel to our right foot over to the left, dropping our knee down. You can meet me in a pigeon pose, shifting your back knee slightly back. I'm just gonna lay our arms out in front of us. You can come meet me in a passive pigeon. Placing hands back down to mat. Lifting your back knee as you kick your right leg back into a high plank. We're going to hold here for an inhale to really push the earth away from us. And on your exhale, you can either keep your legs straight or you can bend them down to the mat. You just chaturanga down, keeping your elbows nice and tucked in. Inhale to untuck your toes as we push our chest up, coming into a cobra. And then on your exhale, tucking your toes and lifting your hips up into your downward facing dog. Moving on to the left side, left leg kicking up nice and high for your inhale, leg nice and straight, toes pointing out. And then you exhale, placing your foot between your hands as we lower our back knee. You come meet me in your low lunge. Taking an inhale in your low lunge as you exhale to push your hips back. Come into your half splits. Inhale back into your low lunge. Exhale into your splits. And then go into 2 more rounds at your own pace. Remembering to match your movements with your breath. Your last round. And then framing your front foot, heel toeing your left foot over to the right. Dropping the knee and come meeting me in your pigeon. Back up to your plank. As we hold here for our inhale. And then exhale to lower all the way down to our front bodies. Inhale to a cobra. Or maybe you can lift your back thighs up. Come into an upward facing dog. Before exhaling into our downward facing dog. Carry on with our right leg kicking up nice and high once more for a 3-legged dog. Then exhale, placing our foot between our hands, keeping our back knee now off the mat. As you rise up, come to meet me in a high lunge. And then opening it out to the left, bringing our right hand forward, left hand back. As you bring our back heel down, you come meet me in a warrior 2. And flipping our front palm, throwing it over our head as we bring our left hand down to our leg. Or maybe doing a half bind behind our back for a reverse warrior. back into your warrior two, clasping your hands behind your back, pulling your shoulders back, lifting your chin up, and then on your exhale, sinking your chest down between your legs as we come into a humble warrior. Bringing hands back down to mat, meeting me back in your plank, and once more going through your flow. Left leg kicking up nice and high. Exhale to place our foot between our hands and rising up into a high lunge. And then opening up into a warrior two, left hand forward, right hand behind you. Making one nice straight line from your front fingers all the way to your back. Flipping your front palm, throwing it over your head as you take a half bind in your reverse warrior. Coming back into your warrior two, hands behind your back, pulling your shoulders back. Just take a hold it for an inhale, and then exhaling, bringing your chest down to humble our warrior. Bringing palms back down to mat, kicking back into a plank, and for one last time, exhaling to lower down. Inhale for your back bend of choice before exhaling back into our down dog. Now walking your hands back to the back of the mat, coming to meet me in a forward fold, keeping a slight bend in your knees. We just let our whole upper body hang nice and loose, swaying from side to side. Then you take an inhale and lift our chest up halfway. Focus on keeping your back nice and straight before exhaling back into our forward fold. You're going to peace grip your toes now with your fingers. You're going to go to another halfway lift, making sure to hold onto our feet. So preparing yourself in out to halfway lift, keeping your spine nice and straight. And on your exhale, you can release your feet, grabbing the back of your legs. You just pull our chest a little bit closer to our knees before releasing and relaxing. Then tucking your chin towards your chest, you're going to slowly roll up, come to a standing position, having your head come up last. Just roll our shoulders back, palms facing forward into our mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's just take a moment here to feel ourselves nice and grounded to the earth. You can open your eyes and you're going to bring your palms towards heart center. And starting with your right foot, you're going to step forward to the center of the mat and keeping your legs straight with a nice straight line from your crown of the head to your heels. We're going to lean forward, bringing ourselves into a nice T shape for Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 balance. Finding a spot in front of you just to help with your balance. And straightening up, keeping your left foot off the mat. You lift it up in front of you and grabbing your left toes with your right hand. Straightening your leg out. And then with your left hand, you can extend it out to the left to help with the balance. And then bending your front knee and placing it down. We can move on to the other side. So left leg nice and grounded, right leg straight, just leaning forward, raising the back foot up, coming into our T shape, making sure to keep our hips nice and square. Straightening back up, bringing our right foot forward, grabbing our toes with our left hand, and kicking our foot out in front of us with our right hand out to the side. And we can release our right foot, bringing it down. You can come meet me laying on your back, keeping both your legs nice and bent. And you can shift your legs slightly closer towards you to the point where you can touch your heels with your fingers. I'm going to come into a bridge pose. So keeping your neck nice and straight. You're going to start off by lifting your hips up, and then your lower back, and slowly one vertebra at a time. Come into a bridge where you have a nice straight line from your knees to your shoulders. You can either keep your hands palms down onto the mat, or you can clasp them together at below your lower back. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lift your heels up and come onto your tippy toes. Then releasing your palms, slowly lowering your heels, and then bringing your back, lower back, and hips all the way down. From here, we can just windscreen wipe our legs from side to side, just to release some tension in our backs. Before straightening our left leg and hugging our right knee into our chest, we're going to paint some nice little circles with our knee in one direction and change over in the other. Before laying our right hand out to the side, and with our left hand, we're going to pull our right leg over to the left, come into a supine twist. Now have our left hand lay out to the side, and if your neck feels fine for it, turning your head to look to the right. Twisting your head back up straight, bringing your leg back to center. We can move on to the other side. So right leg straight, left knee to chest, hugging it in for painting some nice little circles with our knee. And change over in the other direction. for laying both arms out to the side in a T shape and letting our left leg fall over to the right, making sure to keep our left shoulder grounded and twisting our heads to look to the left. Twisting head back to center, laying both our legs next to each other, raising our arms at our sides as we close our eyes, clear our minds, to prepare for our Shavasana. Bringing your focus to your breath, feeling your chest rise and fall, relaxing every muscle, any tension you might be holding on to. You just forget about all our stresses and strains outside of the mat. And take a nice deep breath in, feeling your chest rise. And then as you breathe out, you can bend both knees, hugging them into your chest. Grab them with your hands to sway from side to side, giving yourselves a little back massage. And then keeping your eyes still closed, you can meet me in a seated position. We just take a moment to reflect. Notice how we're feeling a bit more relaxed, a bit more energized. We're going to bring our palms towards heart center. We take one last breath in, and then as we breathe out, bowing to close the practice. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you're feeling a little bit better, a little bit more energized and ready for your day. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hope to see you again next time on the yoga mat.